What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mindful Gains. I'm Bryce, and in this video, I want to talk about the book, The 4 Agreements, and 5 lessons that I learned about myself after I read it. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So some of y'all may or may not have heard of The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. It's pretty popular in the self-improvement space. If you're into self-improvement, I highly suggest you look into it. I've already done an in-depth review of the book where I break down each individual agreement. I will be sure to leave a link to that playlist if you want to check that out and kind of dig a little bit deeper into the book. But in this video, I'm just sharing 5 things that I've learned since reading the book. The book has so much value that it just shows up on a regular basis. And there's not too many books out there that are like that. Now, the first lesson that this book taught me was that I have a choice. I have a choice to feel offended. I have a choice to feel disrespected. I have a choice to be an asshole to somebody and name call or speak a certain way and tear somebody down. Now, I know somebody might be like, you didn't know that before you read the book. I may have known it, but I operated on such an autopilot type of level that my conditioning and how I was raised and where I was raised and stuff like that would just kind of come out of me whenever I felt those types of things. So if somebody said something to me, it was just like a natural reaction to say something back. Now, I didn't walk around life being rude to people. I didn't walk around life being disrespectful to people. But if I felt a sense of that, I would retaliate and try to defend myself. And what this book taught me was that I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to defend myself in these situations. I didn't have to be so combative. I didn't have to meet disrespect with more disrespect. I can choose to react a certain way. Better yet, I can choose to respond a certain way. But I had to learn how to slow down enough to be able to recognize what was going on within myself. The second lesson that the 4 Agreements taught me was that everyone is just a product of their own conditioning, their own upbringing. So what do I look like getting offended by somebody who was just a product of their own conditioning? They're not a product of my conditioning. We come from different worlds. So this book really taught me that we're all on our own walks of life. There's no need to really be getting offended and taking things personally when we're all on our own walks of life. The third lesson that this book taught me was self-control. Self-control in a sense of that I don't have to react to everything. I used to lack self-awareness. So being able to understand myself better on a deeper level, because I used to fall prey to that. I used to be emotional. I really wasn't even able to catch it that it would happen so fast. And that was a big lesson that I had to learn. But this book helped me to put things into perspective in a certain way. The fourth lesson this book taught me was that I was creating my own suffering, not understanding why and how I was reacting to certain things. That creates a lot of problems. My inability to recognize my own emotional shifts in life controlled me. That's what happened. That's the easiest way that I can say. It's like you can't control your reactions to things. You just be run by your emotions. It was some things that I had to work on, if that makes sense. The fifth lesson that I learned from the 4 Agreements was that tough times became more manageable. So when I was going through like very stressful times, I was able to like become more resilient through it. I was able to like slow down and work through certain things and not just be walking around so angry and blaming other people. I was able to look at the situation like, all right, what can I do better? What can I learn from this? What can I take from this stressful ass situation and improve on? Now, is that easy to do? Hell no, it ain't easy to do. It takes a lot of focus to be able to go inward and to really look at yourself and be like, all right, where did I F up? Or not even F up, but what can I improve on? When I was able to do that, it started to make those really tough, stressful situations that I would experience more manageable. I was able to handle them a bit better. Now, I know I mentioned 5 lessons that this book taught me, but I got a 6th lesson as well. This book taught me how to free myself from other people's judgments, opinions, and perceptions. That's why the tagline of the book is a practical guide to personal freedom. Because once you start applying the things that the book is talking about, it's like a weight is lifted off of you. It's like, I don't have to take things personally. That's a choice. If somebody's saying something negative to you, you can choose to let it hit you a certain way, or you can choose to just let it flow by. That was so powerful once I realized that. I just wanted to share how this book shows up in my life on a daily basis. And if you enjoyed this content, please smash that like button. I really appreciate it. And make sure you check out some of my other videos. I think you'll enjoy them. I'm out. Peace.